Vermont is debating a millionaire tax. Millionaires tax. Massachusetts adds $1 billion to its budget and paid for school lunches with a similar tax. 6 U.S. states, including Massachusetts, have implemented millionaires tax to generate additional revenue, with Massachusetts adding $1 billion to its budget in 2023. Massachusetts imposed a 4% tax on individuals earning over $1 million, with half the proceeds allocated to education and half to transportation. Vermont is considering a similar tax, aiming to impose a 3% tax on individuals' adjusted gross income exceeding $500,000, potentially generating approximately $100 million annually for the state's budget. President Joe Biden has advocated for federal versions of these tax laws, including a proposal for minimum 25% tax on households with a net worth exceeding $100 million. Although some of his other tax increase proposals face hurdles in Republican-controlled House of Representatives. Tom, what are your thoughts on this Vermont millionaires tax?
Well, there's two parts to that story right there. The first part is very real. Vermont up there, the land of Birkenstocks and Ben and Jerry, and some real whack thinking. You're seeing the first chapter of true American socialism in terms of income redistribution. Whenever taxes are raised, people scream, they're redistributing income. Nope. That is redistributing income. How much do you got? I have this much. That's not fair. I'm going to take an extra scoop. Actually, it's worse than that. It goes, did you pay your taxes? What'd you earn this year? I earned this much this year, and I've paid my taxes to Vermont and to the federal government, and I passed an audit. Great. How much do you still have left in the bank? Well, over this amount. Okay, we're going to take 4% of it. That's income redistribution. That is Robinhood. That is take from the rich and give to the poor. And this is the first step of structural socialism, people. This is the first step, and it's on the books. It's not a threat. It's actually not working. It's implemented in Vermont and Massachusetts and other states behind. So, get ready, buckle up. You're seeing the implementation right here, and it worries me.
Adam,
earlier you talked about perception is reality, right? And if you ask the average person living in Massachusetts or Vermont or any of the states that are possibly going to be advocating for this millionaire tax, they'll be like, why is it fair that these guys make over $1 million a year, have a net worth of $100 million? It's not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. They don't look into the slippery slope of being like the wealth redistribution. They don't go that further. They don't say, well, that's actually antithetical to how we operate here in capitalistic societies. And they're basically endorsing socialism unbeknownst to them. And that is Bernie Sanders' country, Vermont. So I would not be shocked if that passes.
You would not be shocked if that passes in Vermont. Tom, do you think there's any likelihood that eventually that'll be done in the states, like federal, at the highest level, where there'll be a millionaire's tax? You think that'll happen in our lifetime?
Yeah, I think it will. And
federal, not state. Federal.
Yeah, federal. I think it will, because 2024. I'll tell you when it'll happen. If the election 2024. I think it will happen at the federal level in March of 2033, when the 2032 president is inaugurated. I think that's when you're finally going to see it at the federal level. I'm counting the elections here, and I'm counting the years, and I think it's 8 years away.
The scariest thing to me is this $500,000 3%, because when you throw out ridiculous numbers of tax, if you're worth $100 million, most people are just like, who knows how many people like that? We know $150 million ain't what it used to be.
It ain't what it used to be, man.
We all know that. But we know plenty of guys who are making $500,000 a year, and now they're going to take 3% more when you're already basically paying the progressive tax rates. So it's frustrating for high income earners, because this is it disincentivizes.
That's the key. That's the key. If you keep doing that and you keep going after those guys, it's the incentive to want to work your ass off to your business, and you're literally a slave to your business for many, many years. You don't have a life for many, many years. It's a difference between maybe second gen, third gen, where you're getting the money from your family and that's passed down to you. And even that is the family worked hard to be able to pass it down to the kids. And, you know, there's stipulations on how you pass that money over to them. But you have to incentivize younger people willing to work hard and make that money and keep that money. But apparently that's not something that's popular in the state of Vermont. But I'm wearing a Future Looks Bright shirt, the purple and gold, the one that was a limited one that we did last week. And I'm wearing a purple and gold, what do you call it? These hats, right? I'm wearing these. I think we have like 30 of these left.
In honor of Kobe.
In honor of Kobe, yes. And I'm wearing these, and everyone's, you know, Future Looks Bright, Future Looks Bright, Future Looks Bright. Conversations, right, that are being started. Why is that? Because people don't believe the future looks bright today. It scares the crap out of them when they see somebody say future looks bright. So this is what we're doing today. For anybody that purchases, any purchase you make today on the store with a minimum of a hat, you have to buy a hat. Obviously, if you do an order over $70, shipping is on us. But anything you order with the hat that says future looks bright, we have a lot of different colors, the blacks, the military, the white, the red, you pick and choose. You can even do these, but any orders you make today, we're going to do a raffle, okay? And on the Thursday podcast, we're going to announce 2 winners that are going to get a ticket to go to the Vault Conference. It's a $750 ticket to go to the Vault Conference on the house because we want you to spend 3 days with us in Palm Beach at the Vault Convention Center. We'll be at the Palm Beach Convention Center to make 2025 the beginning of the greatest years of your life. And when you're around the Valuetainment audience, they're just like you. If you follow this content, you're like, I follow this content for this reason. Imagine being in a room with 10,000 other people that believe the future looks bright. So again, Rob, put a link below for anybody who goes and places the order. By the way, I even think we have a campaign going right now that if you buy a hat, you get a second one for free. And again, if you order $70 plus, we're sending, the shipping and handling will be on the house. Again, 1 million people I want wearing this worldwide, confusing the hell out of everybody that thinks the future looks bleak. I want it to be future looks bright to start a conversation because that's what this brand represents, Valuetainment, that the future looks bright. There's the link right there for you. Buy one, get one free of those hats. And once again, on Thursday, we'll announce 2 winners going to the Vault with us.
Love it.
To spend 3 days with us.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.